I am John Peters, a Senior Technical Consultant at NEL, and I lead the consultancy and flow testing activities associated with valves and piping systems, as well as erosive flow testing, together with the assessment of wear in piping and components. I am a qualified mechanical engineer and I have worked at NEL for over 35 years, and as a result I have extensive knowledge and expertise in fluid mechanics, cavitation and with fluid machinery. My wide experience ranges from the design and construction of flow test facilities, together with performance testing equipment, contract research and development work, to undertaking technical consultancy. The main industry sector that I work in is the oil and gas exploration and production sector. When I started at NEL in 1974, I worked on rotordynamic machinery such as pumps, water turbines and fans, carrying out precision performance testing of the equipment and undertaking research and development work, particularly on pump cavitation. Some years later, in the early 90s, I moved into valve flow performance testing work at NEL, and NEL's client base in this area is international, ranges from valve manufacturers to oil and gas companies. I have undertaken valve prototype test and development work for a number of companies. In 1992 I designed and built at NEL an erosive flow facility that was sand and water for testing valves for the oil and gas industry as part of a joint industry project. I have organised and managed since then and undertaken extensive erosion test programs on a wide range of equipment and piping systems under arduous erosive flow conditions, qualifying and quantifying the wear and looking at the damage that has occurred. Sometimes bespoke test procedures are developed especially for these tests. Wear due to erosion is a major problem for the oil and gas industry worldwide, so NEL works closely with these companies testing piping configurations, equipment and components in the erosive flow conditions. I have recently completed the design, construction and commissioning of a new water sand erosive flow facility here at NEL. Although generally existing test facilities are used for testing equipment, I often have to design, specify equipment and modify and construct special test facilities for the work. An example of this is the NEL water flow facilities here in the James Young building, and a more recent example is with regard to the NEL wet gas flow facility. With worldwide interest in carbon dioxide flow systems, I specified and undertook the design modifications and changes so that the facility could be run with carbon dioxide gas or gas mixtures. As NEL is an independent organisation and as a technical authority, I also undertake valve failure investigations for companies and sometimes also health and safety executive. I've also undertaken technical consultancy investigations, reporting as an expert witness. I'm also involved in knowledge transfer activities at NEL, contributing to training courses, as well as writing papers, technical articles, and making presentations at conferences and industry forums and technical groups. I am also a member of the BSI Standards Committee that contributes to the ISO TC67 oil and gas standards for wellhead and production systems.